thanks for clicking on the video. My name is Maria, and today I wanted to come on and talk about and do a review of the Danessa Myrick's Color Fix Eyes, Lips, and Cheeks Color Pigment. This is what the product looks like. It's really pretty packaging, really cute little squeeze tube. This will be my first time trying this product. I haven't used it at all, so this will be a first impression as well. Now, a few days ago, I had the pleasure of attending one of Danessa Myrick's webinars. It was titled Mastering Makeup for Women of Color. It was an online live session. It was a 2-hour online live session. It was very informative and a whole lot of fun. So what I'm going to do is follow the steps that Danessa used on her model to create a beautiful natural makeup look. Now, I don't have all the products that Danessa used because I don't have a lot of Danessa Myrick's products, but I do have some kind of related product. I used 2 models. One model was my complexion, maybe a little lighter, and then she used a model with a really deep, rich complexion. Both models had nice skin with few imperfections. The model that was closer to my complexion, she maybe had some dark circles, and the one with the deeper complexion, she had a little bit of hyperpigmentation toward the center of her face. Overall, they had really nice complexions. And as you can see, I have moles, I have dark circles, my eyelids are dark, I have hyperpigmentation, I have texture, I have mature skin. So I'm gonna follow her steps and see if this works for me. So she started with skin prep. She started off with her beauty oil, which is I guess you could say a collection of jojoba oil, squalane, sunflower oil, and sweet almond oil. But she has these golden leaf flakes in it. It's supposed to provide a really nice, healthy glow to the skin. I have the beauty oil, but I do have my MAC Prep and Prime oil with chamomile and grapefruit. So I'm gonna go ahead and start applying this to my face now. And I don't have anything on my face right now. Next, she used her Yummy Skin Serum. I believe it was called Juice Boost. And she used that on top of the oil. I don't have the Juice Boost, but I do have my fresh rose infused or oil infused serum, and I'm going to use this next. And actually, this is the combination I use mostly in the summertime. Instead of using a heavy cream moisturizer, I would just use either that Prep and Prime and serum or just the serum. And it definitely provides moisture to my face and hydration without it being too heavy because I do sweat a lot in the summertime. And finally, she uses a drop of her Illuminating Veil liquid highlighter. It's a water-based liquid highlighter, and she says only to use a drop. She does suggest using a skin tone liquid highlighter just to give yourself a little extra glow. So what I have is my e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid highlighter. That's what I'm gonna be using today. And I'm gonna use it the way she instructed. Now she says a drop. This is I guess you could say liquid, but it's more of a cream. I'm just gonna go and like this. She suggests using this at the high points of your cheeks. You can use it down your nose, on the forehead, and the chin. And of course she said just a drop, so I didn't use that much. And you see a little bit of the glow. For complexion, she talked about how to choose your shade by understanding undertones. Now this was mostly for makeup artists. She talked about looking at the different shades of the face by looking at the center of the face, the jawline, the neck, as well as the shoulders and chest, and how to process that information and choose the best shade for your client or for yourself. So for the model that was closest to my complexion, she selected 2 shades, one lighter and one darker. She ended up going with the lighter shade with the intention of deepening and warming up the complexion using contour and bronzer. And with the darker model, she reversed it and chose a darker shade with the intention of lightening it up using the blurring balm powder. So for the model that was my complexion, she chose the blurring balm powder and contour in the shade 9, which is pretty dark. And then for the darker complexion to lighten, she used the shade 10, which is the darkest shade, but it was light on her model. So that just tells you how dark and deep the model's complexion was. So for my complexion today, I'm going to be going in with my Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection Foundation in the shade MD26. Now I chose this foundation for this little experiment because number one, this is a foundation created by a makeup artist, and it also is a sheer foundation. And one of the things that Danessa kind of pointed out is that you don't need a lot of foundation. She used, well, her mantra was just a drop is all you need. Now I have a bigger face, so I don't know, I may need more than a drop, but I'm gonna go ahead. Oh shoot, it went the wrong way. I shot it the wrong way. So I used just a drop, but it's so watery, I can't, it's gonna run off my hands, so, and I don't want it to get on my shirt. So I'm gonna go ahead and start applying this to my face. Oh, this is messy. So she talked a little bit more about her complexion products and how the Vision Cream is tailored more toward makeup artists because you can customize the formulas, while the Yummy Skin is for the regular everyday makeup wearer because everything has been formulated for you. So it's made to just come out perfect. You don't have to do a lot of guessing, mixing, and that type of thing. So at this point, this is when she starts using the blurring balm powder. I'm going to be using the blurring balm powder today to lighten the interior of my face. She used the blurring balm powder, like I said, she used the shade 9 to darken the complexion, whereas, well, not darken, but she used it to warm up the complexion, which I do plan on going, I was going to get the shade 10 to use as my bronzer, but I probably can use the shade 9. But today I have the shade 7 to do a little bit of highlighting. And this is the shade 7. She did talk about the difference between contouring and bronzing. And basically she said it's just a matter of preference. You could do one or the other, or you could do both. It's really just up to you and the type of makeup look you're going for. And if you notice, I'm not putting this directly under my eyes because I am gonna go in with some concealer. She did not use concealer on her models. What she did was she took the foundation and mixed it with, for the model that was my complexion, she mixed the foundation with an orange color fix. And she used that to cover the dark circles under the model's eyes. All right, so I did use the balm powder to kind of lighten up the center of my face. I think it did a really good job. I also used it to prime my eyelids. I said she didn't use any concealers, but I'm gonna have to use some concealer. Because I don't have all the different colors of Color Fix. So I'm going to be going in with my Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer. This is the shade 38P, and y'all, this is the perfect shade to conceal dark circles. I'm not going to use a whole lot. So when she mixed the orange Color Fix with the foundation, it turned into like a peachy color. So I see what she was going for, and that's why I love this. So I'm just going to use my concealer brush to blend this out. So we're going to go back in. I'm going to use the foundation brush just to blend out any lines of demarcation. She did talk about the importance of getting rid of those lines of demarcation. You do not want. So what I'm going to do now is go in with the Color Fix Eye, Lip, and Cheek Pigment because I wanted to use this as a blush, and that is pretty much what she did. So I'm just going to use a drop the way she suggests. So it's just a drop. This is not a liquidy formula. It's kind of creamy, so it's kind of thick and it stays right there. Like I said, this is in the shade Plum Wine. I'm gonna go in with the brush and try to blend this out because it's looking crazy. So I will say it does blend out very nicely, blends out well. And she's right, a drop goes a long way. Ooh. All right, so this is a little more than what I like. So what I'm gonna do is go in with just a little bit of foundation to see if I can make this a little bit more even. I still feel like I have a lot of blush on. But when I look in the mirror, it doesn't look as pigmented as it looks. So I'm going to be using my Oma Tripping Smooth Setting Powder. This is in the shade Rich Tan. This is a talc-free powder. I'm going to use this to set everything. Danessa did use her Evolution setting powder to set both models' face. She used more of a complexion type of setting powder. Whatever shade matched their complexions. This is Rich Tan. I think it matches my complexion, but I just really wanted to use this one today because I don't use it as much. Using a fluffy brush to get down in here. Y'all, this powder, you see how it just, you have to really make sure you shake off the excess because this powder will get everywhere. All over my face. Because I do want to go in with my bronzer. Something just really light dusting of powder. Y'all, this is helping me out because for me, powder is one of those things I use a lot of. I will use a setting powder for my under eyes. I'll use a setting powder to set the rest of my face. Then I'll use a finishing powder. Then I may go in with some baking powder. So I'll use 3 to 4 different powders on my face while I'm applying my makeup. But watching Danessa Myrick's only use 1 powder, I'm like, I can do that. So we bring you guys just a little bit closer while I go in with the Color Fix to do my eyes. She did use Color Fix and she used her Dewy Cheek and Lip palette to do an eye look as well. So we're gonna do, again, we're gonna go in with a drop. So we're gonna go in with 1 drop again. And that's what I'm gonna work from. And I'm just doing just a basic eye look. And as you can see, my microphone is right here, y'all. hope I'm not too loud. See, this is very, very pigmented. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I just got maybe even, look at that. Oh, it is so pretty. I just got a half of a drop. So y'all, this is my kind of doing. This is my kind of, as they say, cutting up. So this is supposed to dry down to a matte. And I can feel it drying down. Ooh. So what I don't really understand, if you make a mistake, how do you fix it? So we're gonna go in with the other eye. Okay. It dries down fast because what I had left on my hand dried down. So I'm gonna just, so this eye can match this eye. Okay, using one drop is a lot. That's a lot. I wanted to try to shear it out, but I can't because it dries down. And once it dries down, it does not move, according to the website. So this is not moving, y'all. That's okay. Okay guys, so I'm back. I finished my eye look. I didn't do anything special. I added a little bit of eyebrow gel, and then I used some mascara. I didn't use any eyeliner because I really don't have time and I don't have a mirror. I have to use a handheld mirror, and I'm not that good where I can put eyeliner on with just one hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the lips using the Color Fix pigment. I'm gonna be applying with this, I have these little applicators now. This is really an eyeshadow applicator, but we're gonna use it today to apply our Color Fix. Again, very matte. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more because that's just not enough lipstick for me. Okay, so for the lips, I had to really add more than a drop to get this kind of color payoff. And it dries down again quickly. It's very matte. It's almost drying, but it looks, the color payoff is really nice. It looks good. But just know that you have to really go in with a lot if you want to get a deep color on the lips. But yeah, that's it. That is the Color Fix Eyes, Cheeks, Lip Pigment in the shade Plum Wine. So this is what's left on the back of my hand. It is there. It's on there. It's not moving, but that's okay. That's okay. I think we look really, really good. This looks very natural. Okay guys, so I almost forgot about my bronzer. I love bronzer. How could I forget to bronze my face? Anyway, I'm gonna be using my Makeup Revolution. This is the Splendid Ultra Matte Bronzer. This is in the shade Dark. And I picked this bronzer today because it is a really deep bronzer, and Danessa used a really deep bronzing contour color on the model that was my shade, and this is the deepest bronzer that I have. So let's, see, this bronzer is broken up, so it's really supposed to be a pressed powder, but it is loose now because I dropped it. Okay guys, so I did the bronzing. I can't believe I forgot to do that. And I feel like my face looks so much better with the bronzer on. But I just wanted to say, I'll give my final thoughts. And I just want to say that the webinar was a lot of good information, and it was a lot of fun, especially for those of us who are really interested in makeup. I'm not interested in becoming a makeup artist, but I do love watching the professional work and work through their process, and create a really beautiful natural work of art, which is all of us, which is all of our faces. So like I said, the webinar was titled Mastering Makeup for Women of Color, and I really enjoyed using her techniques in today's look. The color fix, eyes, lips, cheeks, or eyes, cheek, lips. I love that product, and y'all, I've actually ordered quite a few of them. They're on their way, and I can't wait till they get here so I can play with them. Highlights from the webinar that I just picked up on and noticed. I noticed her lighting. She didn't have a lot of bright lights. The lights were really low, so you could actually see the products being applied to the face and to the skin and how it looks. It was just really, really nice. And there were a lot of people in the chat. The chat was just blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. A lot of people had questions about the balm powder. That's still a unique product, and people are still kind of like, what is it? So a lot of the questions regarding the balm powder was, how to apply it, when to apply it, where to apply it. I think I'm learning more and more about it now. Again, I have the shade 7, and the shade 7 for me is more of a highlight, and I can also use it as a primer. Love it, love it, love it. So using a powder puff, mixing your powder in with a little bit of your foundation to set everything. That was one of the techniques she used, and it was really pretty. But people were asking her, like, what brushes are you using? Because those brushes looked so soft and luxurious. And she applied all of the skincare with brushes. I want to get me some skincare brushes. I don't know if there's such a thing, but that's what I want to try. She did hint that she does have some new colors coming out. Again, people were asking about the balm powder. They wanted a balm powder palette, which I think is a great idea. And she thought it was a good idea too, but like I said, she said she has some new things coming out, but she just couldn't speak on it at that time. Takeaway is, so my overall takeaway is that you don't need a lot of heavy makeup to amplify your natural beauty. All it takes is just a few good products and a little bit of skill and understanding to just let your natural beauty shine through. This is using just one drop of foundation, a little bit of powder. I use one powder, y'all. That's a big thing for me because, like I said, I'm good for using 3 or 4 powders for one makeup look, and it's really unnecessary. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. It's late, it's dark out. I'm gonna run one errand, and then I'm gonna be coming back in. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really just wanted to share with you all my experience with the online live session. Like I said, it was 2 hours, a lot of great information, a lot of fun. I learned a lot. And I'll be incorporating some of those techniques into my makeup routine going forward. I love the color fix. I can't wait to get my order in so I can try all of the new colors. And yeah, that's it. I I tried to remember everything. The webinar was Monday. Today is, when you're watching this, is probably going to be Friday. So it was earlier this week, Monday, on Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. And that's how I spent my Martin Luther King birthday, is sitting in on this webinar. All right, guys, so if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. I love to hear from you. I'm gonna get out of here, but I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.